guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to make a review video for the series Golden Blood. Now it's been a couple weeks since Golden Blood has ended, and I know I'm very late since I posted my episode 8 reaction video, but I'm here now and I'm going to be talking about my thoughts about the series overall. So first let me talk about the actual storyline of the series. Now to me, I feel like there was just a good amount of development from how we met in episode 1 all the way until episode 8. Now people may say that 8 episodes is just very short for the series, and in some ways I can really see that because we would want to see a bit more development, or maybe we just want to see more of these characters. But to me, with what the series was given with the span of 8 episodes, I feel like the amount of development was just enough. It maybe could have been dealt with a little bit more, but for me the development was good enough, honestly, for 8 episodes. Like thinking about how we were introduced in episode 1, wherein Sun was hired to be Sky's bodyguard, and then from then on we got to see Sun and Sky spend more time together and then slowly start to develop their feelings for one another up until the final battle scenes with episode 7 and episode 8. Just the one thing I felt like it could have been dealt with a bit more, or could have been introduced much earlier on, is just the way that we saw Sky's dad be all, oh, he's not really for Sky and Sun's relationship. But at least we got it like halfway through episode 7, and then we all got it concluded in episode 8 along with the entire series. Now just to conclude my thoughts about the storyline and also the pacing of the series, yes, I said it was, good enough for me and it had a decent amount, though one small detail that it was kinda dragging for me at some points, that there were some scenes that I was like, okay, we could have shorten that a little bit. We didn't have to drag on for too long in some cases. But besides that, the pacing was actually pretty good, not gonna lie. Now, let me get to talking about the characters in the series. First of all, let me talk about our main boy, Sky. Now, right off the bat, he really gave off spoiled rich kid vibes to me. Throughout most of the series, he acted very bratty and he just wanted to get things in his way. Like we even saw in an earlier episode that that's why he wanted to get his own place to begin with, because he wanted his own things. He wanted to do things his own way. And then, yeah, just one more negative thing that I just want to talk about with Sky is the way he freaking led Toktaeng on with her feelings. Like, I feel sorry for poor Toktaeng. More on her later. You were really having to play with poor Toktaeng's feelings, and then honestly, also Sun's feelings. Was that really necessary, Sky? But towards the end of the series, I'll give him that he really started to become a bit more caring as he accepted him into his life. Now on to the next person, this tall drink of water we know as Sun. Okay, first of all, he was hired as a bodyguard, but then he turned into like a house worker. So 3-in-1, bodyguard, cook, cleaner, protector, all that. One thing I really will say about Sun is that he was shown to be very stern and he was very serious about wanting to get the job done. We saw how much he just wanted to follow the orders of Sky because, as I said, that's kind of the job that he was given to do. But then as the episodes went on, it kind of was showing that he put on this exterior because he's just wanting to get the job done versus what he's really feeling on the inside, which is everything we saw later on. He really had those feelings inside of him. He just chose to hide them because that was kind of going against what Sky's dad wanted him to do, why he was hired in the first place. He came from being adopted at a very young age and then was pretty much under the left wing of Sky's dad, and honestly we haven't really seen much of him living his own life besides going to the camp in that one episode. And that's one thing I will say is that I kind of wish we did get to see a bit more of him just living his own life besides, accepting his feelings for Sky and wanting to be with Sky. On to the next guy. One thing I will say with this dude is that he was introduced as kind of like a mean guy. Like, we saw him wanting to try to pursue either Toktaeng or Juno, and then he was not very pleasing when we were first introduced to him. But then that pretty much took a 180 once he got those feelings for our boy Bank. We saw him integrate himself with the main group of friends, and then we saw that he did get those feelings for Bank. To the point that while they were at the camp, Pitch made the first move and laid one on Bank. In the end, at least he was a good guy, and then he along with Bank were also there to help out Sun and looking for Sky. Mean guy at first, ended up a very nice person. And on the other side, we have Bank. What else can I say about him? He's just the best friend, he's just very playful, and what else can I say about him? Oh, When did he agree to be Pitch's boyfriend? And that's one thing I will mention with Pitch included, is that when did they agree to be boyfriends already? We were kind of robbed of that. And then we have our poor girls, Toktang and Juno, wherein, if I'm being completely honest, I don't really know too much of them, besides the fact that both of them ended up heartbroken by the end of the series, because both of them were really trying to pursue Sky and Sun, and I just wish we had gotten to know them more on a personal level besides them just wanting to pursue these two guys. There can be more to that, but we didn't get to see anything. Now, just to sort of end my review, one thing I would like to mention, the production. Honestly, I mentioned this in one of my videos, was that they actually got the good locations down for this series. Like, hello, Sky's house, the camp place, that restaurant that they went to in episode 7, I think. Whoever is y'all's location manager or dealing with finding your locations for filming, you did a good job. And another thing I did like with the production and just behind the scenes crew is that they really gave us content for us fans. Is that if you guys saw their YouTube channel, they were really giving us a lot of highlight clips and behind the scenes and interviews with the cast members, and that's just something I really appreciate from them. We really got to see the actors and we got to know them outside of the series. Moving on to the next thing I would just like to talk about is the actual cinematography and editing. I'll admit the series did feel a bit pleasing to the eye, and then there were a lot of shots that I actually really loved, especially when Sun and Sky were on that raft. Just one thing I would like to mention are just the different effects and transitions that they had. Okay, we saw that they did the cube transition. I'm not really too sure how I feel about that. It's not really fitting for me, to be honest. And then we also have the little bokeh light streaks effect. I'm not too sure about how to feel about those either. But for the most part, visually, Golden Blood was actually really nice. And one more thing I would like to mention, the music in this series. Both Boat and Gun's songs are just nice to hear. They're so amazing. And especially with Boat, his vocals, man, I can't win this song. Whew. Like, you can't look like that and be able to sing and come up with such vocals. I am deceased. Just one minor note about the music is that, you know, whenever you have a character sing in a series, I feel like it would have been better if it actually went along with the actual storyline versus just putting them in so we can see the characters sing. And that's kind of the case with Golden Blood for me, is that I feel like we could have introduced them in a way that felt a bit more natural. Like, for example, when we saw Sky sing to Sun in episode 4, I mean, nice to hear his voice, but could have been put into the series some other way that I felt, as I said, a bit more natural versus just, yeah, we're gonna hear Sky sing. There you go. Does that make sense? And honestly, that also applies when Sun sang his song. Yeah, it could have been applied and introduced a bit more naturally, but yeah, that's my thought. So that's gonna be it for this review. Overall, I just really love this series. And honestly, I would just like to talk about our boy Gun. I was a fan of him ever since Love by Chance, and I loved him there. However, his role there, I choose to forget it. So when I heard the news that he was going to be in his own series, I was excited for him. And then watching the series, I really loved how he did. Like, in Love by Chance, he was shown to be a very funny guy, and then here he got to show off his dramatic chops and just show off his acting range, and I'm just really happy for our boy Gun. Whether we'll get a season 2 or another series with both Gun or anyone else in the cast, I'm looking forward to it. So that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment down below what you guys thought about Golden Blood the series. All my social media links will be in the description box below. Subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell post notification so that you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video whenever I could possibly make one.